Let's get over to Singapore, and Shukor Yusof, aviation analyst at Standard & Poor's. Shukor, thanks very much indeed for joining us. I want to just find out whether you agree with Alan Joyce when he said that Qantas, well, was suffering death by 1,000 cuts.
I think it's not a question of agreeing what Alan Joyce has said about the problems he's encountered with the union. I think it's a matter of him being well-intended in his desire to get the airline operating as a strong carrier again, notwithstanding the problems that they're facing with the unions. So you can call it what it is, but the fact of the matter is Qantas is having great difficulty competing with airlines in the Middle East, in Southeast Asia, and they have to just look at new alternatives, new options for them to compete effectively.
Well, how is this all going to play out? I want to get, first of all, how the negotiations go with Fair Work Australia, and what about also the image problem. But let's start off with how these talks end up in negotiations with the unions, and what is the likely outcome, because they're saying, the unions, that they have room to manoeuvre, or they have room to compromise.
Well, as it is, I think the damage has been done to a great extent that it's going to be extremely difficult for them to sit together at the same table and come up to any agreement because of the grounding of the fleet. In any case, they have to get on with moving and flying again, and unless there is a compromise, I think it's going to be extremely difficult for one party to move ahead without the other. Again, I think they have 3 weeks to work on this, but at the end of the day, the Australian economy, the tourism industry, is going to be the one that's going to suffer the most.
Well, tell me something here. What about the reputational damage? Because that could be something which takes a long time to recover.
Well, as they say in corporate terms, it takes decades for a company to build its reputation, and that it can be destroyed in a day. And that day arrived on Saturday when it was announced that they were to ground the entire fleet. And now, having said that, Qantas is still a very resilient airline. Sure, their reputation has been tarnished, it's been damaged, but it's not beyond repair. I mean, it has a strong domestic market, 65% of it that they control. They have new aircraft coming in. They've got one of the safest safety record in the business, and those are quality credentials that they have going forward for them. But unless the workers understand the ramifications of continuing with the industrial strike, then I think it will be difficult for management to sit down and have a meaningful discussion about how Qantas is going forward.
Shukor, I mean, the unions have a right to be aggrieved when you've got a boss who's given himself a 70% pay rise. Now, how on earth can that be justified? I mean, surely he's got no moral authority. Share price is down something like 50% since in his tenure. The dividend has gone from 35 cents to 0. I mean, really, they've got a point, haven't they?
They certainly do, and I quite understand the grievance that they are facing. And it was unfortunate that the decision to allow Alan Joyce to get a 70% pay rise on Friday was followed after with the grounding. It's most unfortunate, and it's disastrous PR for the company. But at the same time, Qantas is a profitable carrier. They make money domestically. It's the international sector that's bringing them down. They lost 200 million Australian dollars.
Shukor.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've got a break, unfortunately, but thank you so much for stepping by. So thank you very much indeed. Stopping by even. Thank you very much. Shukor Yusof there.